It's only 10 minutes, come talk with me. Anyway, hello, my name is Sandy Roberts. I'm an educator, I'm a maker, you can be too. I'm here today to talk a little bit about doing this in your own backyard and making everywhere. There goes the mic, so I'm not good with mics. Yeah, hi, what's up?
Do you know what a circus is?
The circus is that way and that way.
Thank you so much.
All right. We're here, we're full service. Anyway, I'm here to talk about taking your maker activities on the road out into your own community, because these kinds of events are great, but they are designed for people that already know they are makers and already know that they love making new things. So, a couple of reasons you want to do making out in your community. Get out of your makerspace, get out of your library, get out of your school. First off, not everybody knows what maker culture is, not everybody knows about maker fairs. So you need to get out there and tell them. That's rule number one. Tell people about what you're doing. A lot of people, believe it or not, maybe not you, but a lot of people get really intimidated going into a makerspace for the first time. Walking into the makerspace in school can be a really scary experience for some kids because they don't feel like experts already. If you make an activity, go out into your community, go out to a farmer's market or your local pool or a 4th of July celebration, you can show them what it's about, take away that fear factor. All right. The other thing is kids are always afraid to learn. If you make it something that's really official, really professional, you know, that's going to be graded or judged. The nice thing about going out to an activity like this or to a local spot where kids are already, if they're already at the playground, bringing them a cool activity in a no stress, no judgment zone can be really, really important to welcoming them into making. So it's good to meet them on their turf, okay? Go to where the kids already are. Go to where the makers might already be. The other great thing about doing these kinds of events, and I think all of us can attest to this, right, is you get to meet new makers. You get to meet new makers every time you go out and do an event like this. And you get new ideas, you get new ways of doing things. And there's no bad to that. The other really important point is that if you love what you make, if you love what you do, going out there and sharing with others is lots of fun. Just like today, you can do this every weekend. There's no reason that you can't bring your maker activities out into the world 365 days a year if you want to. You might have to take some time off from work. But, all right. So, places that you can consider bringing some of your maker activities other than maker fairs, maker spaces, schools, and libraries. I love farmers markets. Those are people that are really into things that are handcrafted. They're really into things that are unique and special, and you are unique and special. So take your activities to your local farmers market. Community holiday events. If you've got a 4th of July or Memorial Day celebration, if you've got a Christmas party that happens in your community, they are often thrilled to have entertainment in the form of cool activities. So get out there and ask if you can be a part of those kinds of events. Recreation departments. Okay, a lot of rec departments are looking for new and cool programs to bring out into their community. Reach out, get involved, see if they are interested in taking what you create into the schools or libraries. It takes half the work off your load. Pools and playgrounds. Every summer, I do an engineering program at the local pool. At the local pool. And we just make submarines out of soda bottles and things like that. You're finding kids again on their turf, you're making it fun, you're making it engaging. It's not a place that they expect to be learning and you can sneak it in there. Same thing with playgrounds. There's a tremendous amount of physics that you can do on a playground. You can have kids design their own playgrounds out of found materials. Again, you're welcoming them into the idea of making something new, of doing engineering and science. You're finding them where they already are. Outdoor music concerts, especially for those of you that are maybe the more crafty or musically or artistically driven makers. Music events are a great place. People hang out during outdoor concerts, and guess what? They bring their kids who are not interested in the music that mom and dad are listening to. So, if you can be there with something fun for those kids to do, you're going to catch them where they are. You're going to give them something interesting to learn. All right, sporting events. Again, just because big sister is in a soccer match does not mean little brother is having fun. Getting out to the sporting events and doing cool maker activities bring a 3D printer, bring a robot, and engage the kids with the maker movement. Car shows, this is a great one. Those guys, car show enthusiasts, get mechanics, they get making, they understand quality and craftsmanship. It's a great place to take your making. And it's a great place to connect with others that are doing some really unique things too. And summer camps, offer your services to local summer camps. A lot would absolutely adore having someone come out and demonstrate a 3D printer at a summer camp for the YMCA. Don't think just because it's maybe nature-based that it's not a place that you can bring your maker activities. All right, so those are some of the places you can go, and that's why you want to get out there and engage new people with the maker movement. So some tips if you're going to do it, okay? Because things do go wrong. Hey, Kathy. Hey, how's it going? So, tips for making everywhere. Tips for going out into the world and bringing your crazy creations. First off, you do not have to pay for a table. 9 times out of 10, if you have an event going on in your community, reach out to them, ask for a free table, ask for them to waive their vending fees. You're bringing something unique and special to the community. So, ask and you probably will receive. Especially if you bring something that kids can take home after they make. That brings me to my next point. It's all well and good to just show people what you make. That's what Maker Faire is all about. But if you're going out into the community, if you're going out there to bring your making to kids, to people, to new people that maybe don't know about the maker community, make something that they can take home with them. If you want something that they're going to handle, that they're going to keep, even if it's a simple little marshmallow catapult that you make out of popsicle sticks, you'll be amazed how long kids will hold on to that, and that's going to spur their creativity for days and weeks to come. All right, oh, there's a handy, two-sided document you can take with all this information. So if you're planning to bring things like robots, if you're planning to bring 3D printing, if you're planning to bring any of those kinds of technology, drones, you gotta talk to your coordinator for the event. Make sure that there's gonna be power. A lot of times, a farmer's market is not thinking, hey, how am I gonna get power to one of my vendors? There may be safety restrictions for a lot of events that you have to make sure that you're paying attention to. And you're going to want to check out whether or not they require any kind of liability insurance, or if they'll put you under their policy. You do not want to show up with a bunch of drones only to find out that you're grounded before you begin. So make sure you talk about that. All right. Nobody likes to think about it, but rain does happen. I have hosted maker activities in the middle of hurricanes. I've hosted maker activities outside in the middle of snowstorms. You have to plan for it because it's going to happen, but you're a maker and you're adaptable and you're flexible and you can do it. So, a couple of quick things you're going to want to keep in your car. Always a clear drop cloth to throw over your stuff very quickly. Trust me on this one. A couple of cool painted rocks to hold down paperwork. You'll notice I forgot my rocks today, so my knife is doing the job. So, you're also going to want to bring a portable canopy. Do not think, oh, it's only 3 or 4 hours, I can handle the sun. No, you can't. A tired, sweaty, unhappy maker, it's not a maker that engages the community. Be wise about this. Hydrate. You're also going to want to make sure that you bring lots of weights to hold down materials. Did I go over that? I did say that. Sorry, it's windy. And then the classics. Lots of duct tape, lots of bungee cords, and a pair of scissors. You can never go wrong with a pair of scissors. And because we are makers, first aid kits are important things. Always have a first aid kit. That all starts to get really bulky, doesn't it? So, you need to think about how you're going to pack your items, how you're going to take stuff around with you. Waterproof containers are your friend, but don't get one giant waterproof container and think that you're going to carry it 2 miles into the farmer's market or into the music event. This is not going to make you a happy maker, and happy makers do not make new makers. You got to keep happy. So, multiple small waterproof bins, something with wheels to cart it around on. Grab your old, wagon or whatever. It doesn't matter. Take your stuff with you, but make it convenient. Pack light. You do not need to bring 14 different rolls of filament. One will do. Keep it simple. Consider how you're going to keep your stuff organized and how you're going to pack it up. You don't want to be the last one there an hour after the event is over and you're still packing up all your stuff. Okay? Food containers are great. Take the top up, put it out on the table, you're ready to roll. and you just reverse it to leave. This is also important if a hurricane moves in. Again, I'm speaking from experience. So consider portability when you're planning your activity, and that might help inform you as to what you're going to end up doing. Again, catapults, sticks, very easy to cart around. Multiple 3D printers, very difficult to cart around, so consider carefully. Organize your table. You don't want to just throw everything out there and have a mess. Get a couple of lunch trays, get a couple of bowls, you know, whatever you've got, but keep it organized. Oh, this one I learned really hard way. Most of these, many of these events do not have easy trash receptacles available, so you're gonna have to plan to pack it in and pack your trash back out. That too. And right, items. A couple of other things to keep in mind. Flashlights. It gets dark at music events, and then you're trying to get out, and it's not a good situation with a 3D printer. And always a battery backup for electronic devices, which we all love. We love electronic devices, don't we? Okay. Last but not least, if you are out in your community and you are making amazing things with your community and you are engaging people and becoming makers, get it up on social media. Take some pictures, okay? Share it with others. It's really important. This is how we build makers. Not like microphones. Anyway, but a note on that, if you are working with kids and you often will in these kind of events, you need to be careful while taking pictures. You need to make sure you have permission, put a sign on your table, whatever you have to do. But definitely get that permission and share what you're doing, because the more that we can let people know, the more that we get out there and take things like this out into the world, not just sitting behind in our makerspace, the more we're going to find people and pull them into this movement, the more we're going to change the world and make it a better place. So thank you to listening for this 10 minutes in this crazy situation I've never done before. I really appreciate it. Anyone got any questions? Anybody want to add something? The microphone is yours. Have a hand out. My name is Sandy Roberts. You can find me as Kaleidoscope Sci on Twitter and Instagram. I am always happy to talk about making and educating and getting out there and making new makers. So please get in touch. My booth is in Zone 4. Thank you for asking. Come on up. We're doing a really cool superhero academy today, making masks and marshmallow minions and other craziness. So definitely come and play with us. And I hope to hear from you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.